Hello Zoe, and yes I know, I need to make a better scheduling for my videos because it's Tuesday. I mean, Monday's acceptable, but it's Tuesday. Again, I'm not gonna say sorry because we've done that enough now. But, yeah. I had some excuses, of course, about, how I was doing my play, which, by the way, went really well, but I'm not gonna make the excuses. If you hear cars passing, I'm sorry, I'm sitting next to the road. Oh, not next to the road, somewhat near the road. The road's right there. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to answer your comments on burial and death. For me, it's not that I completely realize that there's a possibility I'm wrong, and this is it. We're done afterwards. The problem I have with it is more of if that's the case, I struggle with why I'm here. I now know why people search for the meaning of life, because it's what drives, a lot of people. It's what drives religion of any kind, is that we try to find meaning in our lives. I find your point on burial kind of interesting. Because for me, that's another thing, is I don't want to be sitting in the ground and just rot to death. I find that kind of gross and disgusting almost. It's, for me at least, I think I would want to be cremated. And for the same reason, I think it would be a lot more peaceful. And I would become kind of the Buddhist or Hindu. The idea of becoming one with the earth. Well, not pagan. I think it's pagan, actually. Becoming one with the earth. I kind of like that idea. You asked me about what I thought about the changing of the seasons. No, I'm not in South Carolina, I'm in North Carolina. And I'm in the mountains of North Carolina, so it's actually fairly cold in the morning. I had this alpaca jacket I got when I went to Ecuador. And I wore it to school. I got laughed at because it looks kind of weird, but still. It actually gets kind of cool here sometimes. So I've actually have to start wearing long sleeves like already. I mean, it snows here, but the snow doesn't really stick because we're too far south. But still, for me, I prefer the winter to the summer. Because in the summer, sometimes it gets so hot, you can't do anything about it, and you're stuck. But in the winter, you always can get warmer, and I like the cold a lot. With the exception of tea, I always prefer a cold drink to a hot drink. It's just the way I am, I guess. I'm kind of weird like that. Of course, though, if you ask me this question again in February and back in Maine, I'd have a very different response than I have now. For me, the changing the seasons is kind of interesting. One of my friends, Emily, described it thusly. She went, I follow the seasons by the way they affect the things around me. I don't like to think of the seasons as, oh, it's spring, it's summer, it's fall because of the dates. I like to think of the seasons because of the plant life, the way that each plant grows. My mom's a gardener. This is her speaking still. And so for her at least, you know what season it is based on what plants are blooming, what plants are doing well, what plants to plant now, etc. And I think that was one of the original purposes of seasons, and why seasons are important, and I really like that idea. This same Emily, I have now converted to become converted into Nerdfighters. And so it was really funny, because I was talking to her via text, and I told her about Nerdfighters, and I was really tired that day, because I went for a run. I went to bed about 9:30. And that was pretty much like the last text I sent her. And when I woke up in the morning to my phone, and up until midnight, there was like a series of posts going, how did I not know about this beforehand? This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen ever! And like going on and on and on about how awesome Nerdfighteria is. Then next night she promptly discovered Sherlock. Yep. And then stayed up till about midnight again watching Sherlock. And so I wonder if I'm corrupting her or making her more awesome. I don't know. I mean, really and truly, what's lack of sleep for a little awesomeness, eh? We did the play, and the play went kind of cool. For me, I want to know your thoughts. Your thoughts on sport. What defines a sport? What is a sport? I was having this debate with two of my friends this morning, actually. One of my friends is a ranked StarCraft player. One of the friends is a soccer and baseball player. And so it was a question of, can video games be sports? What defines a sport? Is a sport the physical activity, or a sport activity in which we get together and compete? Well, that's all for now, Zoe. Goodbye, and I will see you on Thursday or Friday. I mean, this video is kind of late, so if you want to have to wait a day, so whatever is good for you. But bye, Zoe, and I will see you on Thursday.